Faten Elwan. She's a Palestinian affairs analyst. She joins me now live from France. Faten, good to see you. It's really good to have you with us here on TRT World. Obviously, the world is talking about Gaza right now. Negotiations are underway in Egypt, and Gaza appears to be dominating the agenda. But what about the occupied West Bank, occupied East Jerusalem? Who's going to talk about the plight of people over there?
No one, but a few journalists or a lot of Palestinian journalists that don't have a voice outside to speak about what's going on, especially at the time that Israel and this Israeli right-wing government is using and abusing the highlight over Gaza to conduct what the original plan of what's going on in Gaza was the purpose for, and it's politically and ideologically changing the facts and reality on the ground in the West Bank and Jerusalem. If we want to talk about Itamar Ben-Gvir visit to Al-Aqsa, as they like to say it, it's just a visit. It's not a visit. It's an ideological, political statement that this government is playing on and on and on, playing with the most Islamic, holiest site in the Middle East, and playing also with the status quo of that place. We know that Al-Aqsa Mosque is under the Waqf, the Jordanian sovereignty, and they're supposed to control the security of it. There is a space and time related to that place that is only purely under international law guaranteed for Muslim according to the status quo that was set place in 1967. What Itamar Ben-Gvir, he wants to turn this visit into a normal visit that will change the status quo of that place. And we can say it simply, but utterly and bluntly, this action is changing the historic place, the control of that place, slowly guarantee that it will turn into another Abraham Mosque in Hebron. And this is how they took control over that place. Soon enough, this Aqsa Mosque will turn into the Temple Mount, and Palestinians, Muslims in general, will not be allowed to go into it. Anyone talking about it? No. Is the international community that, or the international law that guarantee the status quo to this place and this area and the holiest place for Muslim, talking about it, contradicting, or even pointing a finger to Itamar Ben-Gvir or his government? Nothing at all. It's just like shadow banned, exactly as any other news. But the highlight of Gaza, that under the light of it, they're convicting all the crimes against Palestinians.
For Itamar Ben-Gvir to visit the Al-Aqsa Mosque in violation of international law, right when negotiators, mediators, they're about to reach a breakthrough when it comes to Israeli onslaught on Gaza, certainly it sends a message to the international community that the far-right government of Israel does not care about the international law. They don't care about the plight of the Palestinian people, and they don't care what these negotiators are discussing in Egypt right now, because anyone who is serious about a ceasefire, about peace in this region, would not take such provocative actions.
Well, Jafar, of course they will not care, and they will not care at all, because they have a carte blanche again from the United States of America that, as you said previously, Trump issued an order to this state to stop bombing. They only did it to rescue one Palestinian that her son served in the Israeli military, and it's also in the American military. He stopped it for 2 hours to save that Palestinian woman. I don't know what's the relationship between her son and Trump, but they did a special operation for 2 hours to save that woman. And it also pointed the finger to Trump. Why exactly this woman out of all the American Palestinians over there? What we see is a government that does not care at all about international community, because there is an entity, there is a government, the United States government, led by Trump, that is telling him that, ICC, ICJ, whatever court you want to name, international criminal war, nothing means anything. And they're just like criminals. He's pointing a finger to an international court saying that they are criminal for attacking Israel. So no, you can go do whatever you want and no one will hold you accountable. There is a line that is drawn after the 7th of October, and this line is who is higher than international law, who have full protection and immunity from any international law that can be applied to criminalize anyone. And this is the Israeli government, who can do whatever they want, whenever they want. And this is why, in the heart and soul of every single Palestinian, if this deal is signed and Israel and Hamas is going to release all the hostages on the prisoners, everyone knows next second the war in Gaza is going to return again.
Faten, many in the West, many analysts, they have been saying over the past few days that if this plan is implemented, this so-called 20-point peace plan is implemented in Gaza, peace will finally come to the Palestinians. The region will see some sort of a calm after decades of unrest. But certainly, you and I both know that is not the reality. But I understand you are someone who has been covering this conflict for decades. What do you think is going to happen in the immediate aftermath of the implementation of this plan?
If that is implemented, Jafar, let's start with this one. If it's implemented, Jafar, I'm really, with the amount of information that is coming every day, I really have this habit of forgetting names. But there was an American spokesman, one of Trump deputies, the bold one who insulted all the journalists in Lebanon. He said it clearly. What more clear do we want, more than a deputy of Trump saying there will not be peace in the Middle East, end, period. He's saying it like he's putting the plan ahead. So why are we still waiting for something when we have the plan ready in front of our face? There is a clear decision to eliminate Hamas, eliminate the thought of Hamas, and eliminate anyone that is related to Hamas on the ground. So even if there's two Hamas still existing in Gaza, that's enough of a reason for them to go and start a war again. And again, what we're talking about is not Gaza. It's not the original plan. The original plan is the line of the new Middle East that Netanyahu, Trump, and all the power, the businessman, let it put it this way, businessman, between Trump, between even the names that is coming back. We have Trump, we have Tony Blair, the devil deputy on ground. We have rich people from Egypt. We have businessmen from different areas around the world who all gather to talk about a land that belonged to Palestinian. I don't understand whenever in a history of any nation, the people are being led by a foreign government.
Right.
They didn't choose it. They didn't ask for it. And then we come and speak about peace, a peace that served the United States. Yeah, maybe, but not the Palestinians.
Fascinating insights. Faten, Elwan, thanks very much for joining me here on TRT World. Really appreciate your taking out the time.